Testing one, two. Yeah. So that light's a bit bright. Yeah. Yeah. That's a bit better. Excellent. So I do realize that I don't have a lot of subscribers at the moment, but thought I'd do this quick live stream. One, to experiment to see if there's anybody who is interested in a more take a minute tutorials. If anyone out there is wondering what the shirt is, um, I'm a member of the Produce Like a Pro Academy, which is also on YouTube as well. So I hope those guys don't mind me uh, mentioning that. I'm a pretty big in a pretty big part of it, so hopefully they won't mind. So I guess I'll just do it straight away. The announcements that I wanted to make was for those subscribers that I do have, um, you may have noticed that there haven't been very many videos being put up of late. I was doing before the end of last year. I was doing one a week. Um, the YouTube channel thing was an experiment for me. Um, so kind of getting a little bit of interest there. So I want to continue to that. So hence why I was making this tiny little announcement that yes, there will be more videos coming, and please don't please don't unsubscribe because there are more stuff coming. Well, there is more stuff coming, I should have said. So I will get better at these things, I promise. Also, too, um, for those subscribers watching, please send me some of the topics that you may would like to cover. I'm sort of trying to do a little bit of everything. So you've noticed that I've done a tutorial video on the Roland TD30 because I use that a lot. I've done some tutorials on sampling. I've done some a tutorial on, I guess, my thoughts on playing to a room, that kind of thing. But I've also done artist interviews. So I've done two already. There's a new one coming, which is in the pipeline. We're trying to get that done as soon as we can. There's also another one coming up in March. I may look at doing the interviews once a month. So as part of the end of the month or the last week in the month, that one will be an interview. So I'm trying to get that happening. One to help, one to help out local musicians in my area, getting them out there. They can share the video on their social media platforms. Um, to help promote themselves, that kind of thing. So yeah, the interviews would be very cool to do. So if you are a subscriber, one, please believe me that I will be doing more new videos, and two, please send me some content that you would like, well, ideas for content that you'd like to see. So yeah, that's just a quick announcement. I've been on here live for 5 minutes now, so I might just continue and make it a 10-minute video. Today, I've been talking a lot about, on another social platform, I've been talking about workflow and what it means to be working in a studio environment like you can see here. I have a desk in front of me and my drum kit over that side. Um, and as you can probably see too, that I've been tracking some congas over there. So that was a lot of fun. So just ideas on workflow and how to get things happening nice and quick. There's one thing that I do know, and that is that if you have clients in your studio, um, and you can do things in a nice, easy manner and a workflow that is very quick and easy, um, clients will love you for that. So I guess too, for me, there's nothing worse than going into a studio, setting my drum kit up, and then having to wait for an hour while the engineer gets the sounds together. Um, it was a pretty big studio that I had recorded in, and that didn't impress me at all because it just took so long. The engineer was more concerned about eating his lunch and chatting to his girlfriend on Facebook than he was, um, trying to get the sounds and get the song moving, that kind of thing. So it was a little bit, very much a learning experience to make sure your workflow is right. It doesn't take too long to get things going. It kind of helps when you've got everything set up most of the time as well. But having said that, putting a workflow in place, um, if it's a drum tracking session, for instance, having get that prepared, get a template going on your DAW. Um, for those who don't know, DAW stands for Digital Audio Workstation. I'm all about passing on information here, so if anything doesn't make sense, please ask me. Um, so, yeah, workflow is really, really important. And the one thing that I would like you to take away from the workflow ideas is downtime. Downtime is so, so important. You might think that you're waiting for a client, maybe a client has has got a mix that you've done and you're waiting to hear back from them, um, whether they like the mix, and it can be sent to mastering, or you can move on to the next song. However, you've got your project planned. There's nothing worse than just sitting there and I guess you know um, going over it in your brain. Oh, I hope they like it. I hope they like what I have done with the kick drum. I hope the snare's okay. I hope the guitars have got enough reverb on it. There's nothing worse than sitting there and worrying about it. What you're better off doing in that downtime is putting um, your mind into something else. So maybe it might be creating another template, um, for, maybe you might be recording a duo soon, so you need to set up a template for that. And maybe just, put your time into something else. So downtime is a huge, huge thing. So if you can think about that next time you're maybe feeling bored, or there's nothing, you feel like there's nothing to do, that's the other thing that I've learned also, is there's always something to do, always. So obviously with a live video, I can't really stick to a minute. The whole idea behind Take a Minute for me was, there's a lot of tutorials out there in YouTube and social media platforms, etc., that the intro and everything takes so long before the person gets to the actual, whether it be the answer or the subject that he's talking about. I just find that really, really annoying. So what I did was, with my tutorial stuff, is to try and make it so it's on the point, ready to go. So let me use an example. If you are a studio musician or studio owner, or you just have gear at home and that kind of thing, and let's say you're trying to work out, let's say you're a Studio One user and you're trying to work out something that you couldn't get working on Studio One. As part of a workflow, what you're trying to do is get the project moving. So if you go ahead and type in YouTube what you're trying to look for, and obviously time is money as well, and you just want the answer to try and work out the problem that you're having, there's nothing worse than sitting there through 5 or 10 minutes of somebody rambling on about, um, you know, this, that, or the other before they actually get to the subject that you want to hear. So that's the kind of thing that I'm trying to do with my Take a Minute YouTube channel. So as I mentioned before as well, I don't have many subscribers at the moment, but I'm hoping to build that up because I love sharing information. It's not me teaching a particular subject or anything like that. It's me sharing my experience and what I've learned over the course of years putting stuff together. One, as a musician, but two, as a recording engineer or sound guy. So yeah, just a little bit of a quick announcement for you guys that have subscribed. Don't panic, there is more videos coming. And I just wanted to talk just a little bit on that workflow idea. And other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.